a decade. And as a result, people who are there have got lots of bargaining power when it comes to how much money they're going to make, making salaries more than 10% plus, that sort of thing. We're also seeing similar things here in Singapore. So, for example, because the borders are closed, many industries that rely on foreign labour, for example, construction and shipping, are unable to get people into the country. And so projects are having to be delayed up to a year. And that's even been made worse because many of the workers that come into Singapore are from India and Bangladesh, particularly in the construction sector. And so because when we saw the Delta variant break out, they completely banned flights from India. And as a result, that's made it even worse. We're hearing, for example, of companies instead hiring university graduates, Singaporean university graduates, instead of these foreign workers that normally are much cheaper. So that's been one of the major things. For example, in Malaysia as well, we're hearing it's impacting palm oil production. And then if you look at India as well, where, you know, the mass lockdowns, we saw people moving from the cities back to their hometowns, their small villages, because work wasn't consistent. Now in the big cities, you're seeing as well a shortage of workers when it comes to everything from deliveries to many different sectors in the big cities like Delhi and Mumbai in India as a result of this as well, because basically people aren't returning because of the job insecurity of kind of lockdowns on, lockdowns off, that sort of thing.
So a lot of knock-on impacts then. You know, you start off with one problem and then suddenly it cascades out into delays and wage inflation and other issues.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, and of course, you know, with wage inflation comes normal inflation that's going to affect all of us.
Katie, Katie Silver in Singapore, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We can go live now to the result of the Batley and Spen by-election.
So here we go. After much drama, here's the result.
I, Nigel Patrick, being the returning officer at the above election, do hereby give